Now, of course, with the hotter weather approaching, a lot of us are going to prioritize some of our aquatic, oceanic, and perhaps even citrus fragrances. In today's top 10 video, I'm going to be talking about the best citrus fragrances, or some of the best that I have in my collection. I have over 3,000 bottles, so I did my best to select 10 different citrus fragrances, so you have a little bit for each occasion and situation. I'm excited to share this list with you very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin today's episode and I tell you about these 10 citrus fragrances that I think you should sample, all of these are quite different from one another, so I wanted to try to diversify this list as much as possible. But before I jump into the list, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, of course, before we even start, why don't you go ahead and before you even look at my list, drop a comment down below and let me know what citrus fragrances are you going to be wearing the most this year or this season or seasons, because I suspect that you're going to be wearing citrus fragrances into the summertime. It's the best time to wear citrus, of course. The first one I want to talk about is one that I creatively directed, and I came out with this baby back in 2019, was it? I know I've been working on it since 2018 by Navitus Parfum. It's called Navus. This one is composed by Christian Carbonell, who does most fragrances for XERJOFF. This stuff, it's bright, it's citrusy, it has a ton of citrus in here, grapefruit. There's also a touch of mint in here, some really clean vetiver, very formal, sophisticated, long-lasting as well. And of course, the brand has Extrait de Parfum fragrances, and this is one that you should totally check out, especially if you're a fan of citrus. Of course, by Tom Ford, we have Mandarino di Amalfi. What I really like about this, of course, is the mandarin orange. And of course, it's supposed to bring you to the Amalfi Coast. So I love how transportive it is, but it also has this note of shiso in here. And the shiso kind of gives it this aromatic tendency that is very different from something like, clary sage or rosemary or thyme or something like that. It's a really peculiar ingredient and one that I haven't encountered in too many fragrances. The only other fragrance I smelled it in is like an Etat Libre d'Orange fragrance. But anyway, it's great. Coney Island by Bond Number 9. So this one, it's citrusy, but it's also salty at the same time. So again, if you want to kind of close your eyes and imagine that you are, on the ocean, maybe not Coney Island, perhaps. I don't know if you live close to New York, but if you want to just imagine that you're on the beach or in the middle of the ocean, and it's a far more wearable salty fragrance than something like Sel Maron by Healy or Acqua di Sale by Profumum Roma. Sometimes when fragrances are too salty, they can become like novelty scents. Coney Island still has that wearability that I love, and it also has a touch of a fruity nature to it that I really enjoy. Now, with all due respect, the best citrus fragrance by Frederic Malle is Bigorod Concentré. Nothing's gonna beat it. I don't own that one, but I really do enjoy wearing Uncut Gem. So this one is composed by Maurice Roussel, and it has this beautiful bergamot ingredient, but it also has this floral note of angelica that just adds this beautiful quality to the fragrance, this characteristic sort of earthiness, but it also has like this really unique expression about it that I do enjoy. Of course, we have Neo by XERJOFF, and this fragrance has one of the most brilliant bergamot ingredients that I've ever tried, with a touch of cardamom, and I love the complexity that the cardamom adds to the perfume. Of course, all of these can be sampled, or most of these, I want to say, can be sampled at scentsplit.com. So if you haven't tried many of these fragrances, of course, you may do so at ScentSplit, and I know for a fact they carry Montal and Mancera. So this is lemon, lime. I know people talk about this a lot. I think it has gotten compared to Eau d'Adrienne by Annick Goutal, but this one, the lemon in here is so bright, it's so zesty and so juicy. And the one thing that is to be said about Mancera fragrances is that they're incredibly long-lasting, which is kind of an oxymoron when it comes to citrus fragrances, right? You don't expect that. Vibrato by Sospiro. This one smells like Bulgari Tiger. You have ginger, grapefruit, and Ambroxan. Some people prefer this over Bulgari Tiger. Of course, you also have Arakis by Spirit of Kings. There's a lot of fragrances that utilize this DNA. I think even Kajal 3, which kind of has like this, Sprite accord. I call it like a Sprite or a 7-Up Accord. If you look at the note breakdown, you'll know what I mean. This one is awesome though. Here's one that I purchased from Sephora a while ago, Tangerine Boy by Fleur. This one is also very, very good as far as citrus fragrances are concerned. I just love how bright and zesty it smells. And, you know, yes, you can kind of compare it to XERJOFF Neo, but a bit more on the orangey side of things. But knowing that these fragrances are accessible at places such as a Sephora, I think is pretty cool. The next fragrance is Citrus Riviera by BDK Parfum. And of course, I kind of avoided Neroli perfumes. I know there's also Via Neroli by BDK Parfum, which smells awesome. And there's also Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford, but I prefer Citrus Riviera. It's a bit more complex in my opinion, and I really like that about the citrus fruits that are residing within this composition. And one that I truly love, I mean, this stuff is classy, elegant, refined, sophisticated. It has that CEO personality about it, fantastic for a suit and tie. The vetiver, the earthiness, the woods, the resins, everything about this is so well put together, super high quality, raw materials. If you have not tried this one, please sample. Do not blind buy it under any circumstances, but you have to try this one. Isola Blue by Roja Parfum. I am so excited because the brand recently announced that they're coming out with a new one for this season called Isola Soul. And I just can't wait to smell that one. I know it's going to be amazing, but Isola Blue is one that I've been wearing for a while now. And yes, I also have Oligarch. It used to be called Oligarch. It was rebranded, and I love Isola Soul. It's, or Isola Blue rather. Can't wait to try Isola Soul. Have you tried any of these fragrances? Let me know what you think. Drop your comment down below, and also leave a comment down below and let me know what's your favorite citrus that you're looking forward to wearing this season. Thank you so much for watching. If you took anything of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.